Welcome to the stage, the youth segment. Today is a serious matter. We have a serious discussion that is paining us in the hearts. It's paining us deeply as young people. I'm smiling because we have learned a mechanism in Nigeria. We call it suffering and smiling. Well, we don't want to suffer and smile anymore. We truly want to smile and be happy as a nation. But to do that, this discussion must happen. So today, on the youth segment, we are talking 2023.
So we had good governance before, where things, where sorry,
I'm interested in this.
We had good governance before, where
was this before democracy or after democracy?
Beginning from independence, I would say.
Okay.
Yes, beginning from independence.
For me, the leadership crisis in Nigeria, the root is ethnicity, tribalism. That is it.
I want to ask, how is it that we keep electing the same circle? Please, why is it that it's the same people?
I call it recycling the same set of leadership.
What's going on?
It's not that there are not people that are coming out, that are young, that are able and strong. But because of this greed and corruption, there has been a division in class.
Godfatherism.
And this thing, they do it purposely so that they can have something to hold on when it's time for election.
Welcome back to the youth segment. So you've heard from our guests. Every young person on the show today has shared their thoughts. And we've seen that the problem of leadership in our country ranges from the value system to ethnic issues to greed and corruption. So we've seen that, yes, some things are not rightly done. But what's the way forward towards 2023? Because what it means, 2023 is giving us the ticket to change the dynamics. It's giving us the opportunity to elect the right leaders who have empathy for the people, who have the right values, who want to serve and not want to steal, who looks beyond this person is a Fulani, or this person is a Northerner, or this person is Igbo or Yoruba, but looks at the national view and values merit above mediocrity. How do we elect such a leader? And how do we get young people involved? NSAS movement has shown to us that when we have one voice and one goal, we can do it. So how do we channel such energy towards 2023 elections and influence it? So I'm going to start with Chinelo. I will pick it up.
Education is key. And if we can get that, then we can now transcend over tribalism and know that all those things are scam, that we could actually be that Nigeria that watches Super Eagles and that, they are very passionate about being Nigerian.
Yes.
That we can achieve more. There's an Igbo saying that says Igwebike. It simply means that there's might in numbers. So that is, I'm telling you, that name is so powerful, and that's it. So then with that, then we also need help. She rightly pointed out about involving youth and even other Nigerians that are not necessarily youth in diaspora. To do these things now, to actually help the uneducated, you need money, you need finances. And it's the same money and finances that our leaders have been recycling themselves are using to hold us to ransom. So money and support is key. We have a lot of youths doing well out there, but they need to see we that are here starting something, a glimpse of something, then you see support starts coming in. It's only natural. Even when you want to help anybody and the person just comes to tell you stories, the person has to come, you take the person more seriously. If the person comes with something, look at what I've done, look at how far I've gone, and I need this. Then you'll be more, you'll be more inclined to let me just help. So we down here, the youth, me to start something.
Yeah.
But so these politicians now follow the celebrities because they know they have followers, so they pay them to influence them.
Yes, exactly. And then kills the youth in itself. So that's the power of education and being knowledgeable, because once you can see through this
make
thing,
your own decision.
yes, you can balance it out. Yes, of course, you're free to follow anybody you like, but at the same time, you don't
brain,
follow
think with your brain.
You don't lose focus. You're focused and you know what you want. And then when you come out to talk, and they'll be scared. Definitely, they don't have a choice but to shift eventually. And then with the international eyes watching, thank God for globalization and social media, I think we could actually, in 2027, I'm telling you that a lot of things.
Let's have hope for 2023, Chineke.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but just of course, I said
Don't give up.
She mentioned something about the PVC.
Yes.
Okay. So I applied, did the online registration in October. So I was waiting for, because they said, okay, you will be called, you have an appointment date to go for capturing and everything. I waited since October for my appointment date.
Last year,
2021, to get my appointment date. I'll go complete the process. I didn't get it, so I took the initiative. So this year, I was like, I've been waiting since October. Let me just go to the INEC office in Abuja here. Let me just go. If they send me back, they send me back. No, I need to get this thing done. You know, I got there was a queue. And most of them didn't even have an appointment. So what is the point of telling people to wait for a text message or an email? And after that, they told me, oh, they gave me a temporary slip and they said, oh, you have to come back in 4 months' time to get the card.
I want to say, because now we're seeing that there are two sets of young people in Nigeria. There are the educated ones who are quite exposed, who have the use of social media, who can get information at the tip of their fingers. But there are those who are actually in the large numbers who are not really much exposed, and they are mostly the ones who are mostly used as pawns.
And they're the ones that really vote.
And they're the ones that really vote. That's true. Because some are magically, they will get their PVC even though they are under 18. So is it really possible in starting a collective organized youth movement towards 23? Is it possible to navigate and infiltrate every single constituency in this country? Like, it's 200 and something, or if not 300.
360 federal constituencies.
So why can't we have like a youth group in each of them? And each youth group, we're all saying the same thing in the 316.
We actually have youth groups in every constituency in this country.
Especially
But the challenge is, in whose hands is this youth group?
Puppets to the
Good,
people that are
good.
ruling.
Now, for those of us who are a bit educated and have found our offices on the social media, we'll have to get out of social media. Don't just remain there. You will have to get out of the social media, because when you go to social media, you see very beautiful analogy, very wonderful opinion, but it stops there at the social media. That guy under the cashew tree in the village is not aware of these things you're talking about. He doesn't know these beautiful ideas you have.
True.
So as we approach 2023, for every wonderful idea you have, don't just sit down on the social media and leave it there. You have to come out to the grassroots. We have to make that deliberate effort now to reach these youth groups. For every community in this country, there are youth groups. For every community. And it's part of our African system anyway, because we have this age grade, youth group and all that. So there are these people in every communities. They have cooperative systems and all this in our communities. But because of education down there, those who are at the very bottom of the pyramid, because of the education, they don't really understand how Twitter works. They don't understand how Facebook works. They don't share the kind of ideas we have. And that's where the gap is. Before 2023, we have to bridge this gap. It then means that the young people who have this information in their hands will have to come down from the high horses and get down to these people and speak, because we can easily connect with these guys because we're of the same age grade. If those with money bags just come, they just drop the money and go away, and whatever he says, they do. But if you and I were to be in such groups in our rural areas and down the pyramid, then we can begin to ask them questions. Why do you think this man asked us to do this and we should do it? You get this guy thinking. Because right now, because of the level of education, perhaps he will not be able to process information
Think
as
outside
fast
his
as you can.
immediate needs.
So I engage this person. Where are you today? In 2015, I know you were shouting this particular candidate. 4 years down the line, how do you feel? What do you think? You should have. What is it that you should have done better that we didn't do? And we can do now, come 2023. So I think there is need for engagement, a whole lot of engagement amongst we, the young people, and begin to change the thoughts of these pawns. In quote, these people they use as pawns.
Can we even flush them out? Is there a way to?
No, I don't think we should. I don't think we should. I don't think we should flush them because just like you have rights.
Can we remove the tars and just have the wheat and be a strong woman?
In as much as you have rights to Nigeria, they also have rights to Nigeria. And again, they are victims of Nigeria.
Yes.
They are victims of the system. They are the greatest victim of the system. Because he does not know, and he does not know that he does not know. So he's in a very dark situation. Now that makes him a very wonderful pawn in the hands of those who want to manipulate. It's now left to you and I, and those of us who sit on social media with very beautiful ideas, to break that relationship, or intercept it, or get them thinking. Why will this man just come once in 4 years, gives you wrapper, onions,
That's it.
rice, noodles, and he lives for the next 4 years? Does he even understand what happened in National Assembly? Does he know what the budget is about? Like we were saying, education is very key, but we need to share with these people who don't really know what it means. Now, this man has bought you salt for 200 naira, and he goes back to make billions of naira on your behalf. By the time he gets that information and he's equipped, when next he comes back, he's going to ask you, sir, I heard you collected such amount of money, and the politician or whosoever is responsible for it is going to readjust. Like, how did this? You are forced to sit up. And when we get, is this political sensitization that really matters? When we get every young man to understand that, look, it is not about you being a Hausa man, or you being an Igbo man, or she being a Yoruba person. No, it's about getting this thing done for us. There is no light. You cannot go to school. You cannot travel safely in this country anymore. You cannot, no infrastructure. You cannot be sick and be sure of medicine in the hospital. Sure. Virtually every sector is crumbled. This is because this man gives you salt and goes and takes all the monies for all these things. In 4 years' time, he comes back again and gives you salt. I can assure you, he's going to feel the pinch.
Yeah.
Every young Nigerian is going to feel the pinch that is not educated, that doesn't know. He's going to feel the pinch. How come this is happening? So I will recommend. Networking among we the young people, and with the target of those people who don't really know, who don't really have this information at the tip of their fingers.
So we can say that for each of these constituency, all it takes is 2 to 3 young people to stand up in each of these communities and say, I am going to be the agent of change for this catchment. So when there's 3 young people who are agents of change in this catchment, there are 3 young people who are agents of change in this catchment, but these are the learned ones. These are the ones who are exposed to social media. So they are armed with the needed information. So they are able to use traditional media to reach out to those in the grassroots. So when we are doing that simultaneously, can we say that there's a movement at that point?
Sorry, I just want to bring something. In as much as we want the young people to be out there and everything, let's not forget, we shouldn't discredit the voice of the older generation, because there's wisdom in the old. It is the older wine that is the most expensive, and it has more depth. Yeah. So yes, young people, but we shouldn't discard them. They have wisdom also. We should learn from their mistakes, and we shouldn't just focus on their weaknesses. Look at their strengths also and pick those and learn from them. Don't just run. Get wisdom. How do I run? How do I get things done at a better rate? We shouldn't just push them aside and say, I'm young, I'm a youth, I should do things. No. We shouldn't discard them. We shouldn't muscle their voices.
And for me, I think what we're preaching for 2023 is, I don't even mind if it's a little bit older generation.
Person, yeah.
But Let's make a decision to choose someone that is capable
and
for the
competent.
job.
Yeah.
Someone that can take that position and cause the change we have been praying for. So the essence of the movement now is to create this sensitization that these people that is coming, check, is this person capable? We are not even putting out a person, a particular candidate, but we are saying this person that is coming to give you 3 packs of noodles, is this person capable for the job? In the past 4 years, the person has been in this position. What has been the benefit? What has been the benefit to not just you, but to your community? Because if you give this person another 4 years, your community will still enter ruin. So it still affects everybody at the end of the day. So the essence of the sensitization is get someone that can make this change or create an opportunity for this change we are all preaching about and praying for, so that the country can move to a better.
Sorry to even add. I need to add this because it was one of the discussions we had at the team when we're coming up with this particular segment. Please, youths that are running away. The young people that are jackpying to America and Canada. Please, what do we say? Which way Nigeria for that one?
No, it doesn't really matter. It's good, but they're going to be our diaspora and support. By the time this thing starts here, right?
True.
They are going to be the ones that will actually key into these things.
So there's nothing wrong if you have the opportunity to actually, because I would lie, even me, if I have the opportunity
Better
to
your
go,
life
don't come
and your
back.
future, basically.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't
but-
matter that they're going, it's fine. The good thing, the beauty about it is that we are over 200 million Nigerians, and many of us are even more, youths are more.
Yeah.
So as they are going, it's a good development. They should be going. Well, there are plenty that are still here, right? That are still here. So collectively, because we actually need their help. Like
That's
this
true,
sensitization
yeah.
now that you're talking
Finance
about.
and sensitization.
Exactly.
They bring in the finance, the technical expertise.
Yes. And even do even more scholarship programs. Could actually start something more concrete where you can better schools in the communities can have better systems and all. So
That's true. They can actually help us bring in the international community so that they are more involved in what is going on.
In the country.
But in as much as we have the majority of the young people left behind in the country, this majority of persons must be armed with moral strength. We must decide to do what is right, because they say 2 heads are better than one, right? But two bad heads can be worse than a good head, So those who are left behind, we must continue to network and support each other, not to lose our moral values. Because there is not, we will come back to this circle in another 10 years, thereabout, even if we succeed now. If the moral pillars are not fortified, make sure you do the right thing. Decide consciously as an individual to do that which is right. Because it is what you do as a child in your mother's house that you will do as an adult.
Or as a leader.
And it is what you do as an individual with your how you spend your money. It's how you spend government money when you get into governance. And with this we are talking about, even those who say they are old, they are actually facing out anyway.
Yeah.
They are actually facing out. We should not, like she was saying, please pick
Put
the
in
wisdom,
some of it,
please, but waste a whole lot of the attitude that are not good for us. Please try to flush those ones down the
train
drain.
our children to be better leaders, because all these things we are fighting for is for them.
True.
So it is for us to make sure that the right value system is upheld. Because if we are together and somebody brings money, please do this, let's go and disrupt this, and I refuse to collect. Even if you do take, the next person does take it, you have this feeling like something is wrong with you. Your conscience will prick you. You have some thinking, like, how come this guy is not doing what I am doing and he's surviving? Right? True. So we should be able to stand out as individuals, irrespective of the situation. There are many cases where you refuse to take money or you refuse to do what is wrong. And that power from that right thing you did will cut across like white fire across so many persons. And they're thinking, how come he didn't do this? How come you didn't take advantage of this lady? This guy didn't take advantage of this lady. How come you didn't do this? And it gets people thinking. And the change which we really want has to come from within. And that is how you affect every young person ahead of this 2023 to make the right decision.
Go and get your PVC. So that's the greatest weapon you have for 2023.
Please look beyond the stress. That's another thing. Most young people don't like stress, so I'm not cure under the sun. Please.
No. Nothing good comes easy. You have to suffer for anything that you want productive, anything, nothing good comes. You can't mine for gold without getting your hands soiled. Right? So, and that is why what he said about the economic power that we need now, because the truth is, when you're going to the communities to sensitize these our fellow youths when they are hungry, and you're telling him they are taking your window, they're just looking at you funny like, what are you talking about? So that is why I actually want to really, really commend and give a thumbs up to the pioneers of this program, this conversation for change, where they empower youths.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Kechi Obuagu and her team, I mean, it's amazing. Now she picks people that are talented youths, and then train them to be entrepreneurs that will stand alone. Because this thing now, it later in life is actually going to blow in such a way that now we can go. Thank you. We can go to these communities genuinely without stressing our own finances to help them not to be hungry again, and then to now be able to educate them so they can even see clearly. A hungry man cannot see clearly.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So now, when we have empowered youths already, not before the diaspora people come, like I said, we need to actually start something. We need to show them that, we're serious. So.
Show them track record.
Exactly.
Show
So
them
we're showing them
working.
track record. So, I mean, it has started here. This is our conversation for change. The change has actually begun. But everything starts small. When you start small, you can be. Exactly. Yeah. So that when we start now, we're training, youths are graduating from here and they are getting empowered, their businesses are running, they are making it big. And then the networking now is going to make a lot of sense. Yeah. In all aspects, it's going to make a lot of sense. So we're getting there. 2023 and beyond is going to be great. We'll have lessons to learn from it. Even if we make mistakes, we'll learn from our mistakes. But the most important thing is that there's hope. There's hope for the Nigerian
Final
youth.
words?
For me, the strength of a broom is in its togetherness. So as youths, as young people, we should come together. That's what we're doing now. We should come together, leave the tribalism, leave the sectionalism, everything. Just think Nigeria as a country. Think holistically. How can I do better? Don't think of what Nigeria can do for you. Think of what you can do for Nigeria. Because it's not just you. Is the next person, is your child, is your children's children, and all of that. Think futuristically. Thank you.
Eric?
I would say 2023 is here, and we must make the right decisions. We must make the right decisions, because for any government to emerge come 2023, they must need the support of the youth. In one way or the other, the youth will contribute immensely to the government that will succeed General President Muhammadu Buhari come 2023. So it's a weapon we have, and then I want us to use it. Like my colleague here said, we must check the criteria of this person. It is not because this person is from my place or is from a particular section of the country or he speaks my tribe or worships in the same place. No, but we should be able to look in between the lines and find somebody who will give us a greater good, the general good, and not because it is my turn, I have to be president, or it's my life ambition, or I want to continue from where my Oga has stopped. No, let us look at what we change our security system. Let us look at what we change our education system. Let us look at what we change our health sector, and let's look at all those factors before we make our decision come 2023.
Janelle.
Okay.
Anyway, like I keep saying, get your PVCs. The process might be stressful. They might try to use every tactics to make you not have it. Stand your right, get your PVC. That is the greatest weapon you have. Because if we keep speaking all the grammars in this world and you don't have PVC, that change will not take place. So when you are equipped with your PVC, then you can have an additional voice because you have double voice. So this 2023, what we are preaching, what we are saying, what we are advising is choose those who can do the job. Choose those who are capable. Don't choose them because of the peanuts they have given you or because of the promises they are making to you. Choose those you know in your heart of hearts are capable. That change we are looking for, that change is possible, is doable, and it begins with you and your PVC.
Wow. We have heard it all. To every young person there, you've heard from us, because we feel your pain. So I believe we've tried within our very best to touch every single aspect possible. So in summary, what we're saying is, please don't give up on Nigeria. If everybody runs away to other countries, we will still be Nigerians, even in those other countries. We cannot start a Nigeria in another country. This remains Nigeria. So we must save our country. We must build our nation. And we must get to work now. It won't be comfortable. We know. It will stretch us. Yes. We might have to start reading more about our political history. Yes. But let's do it for our children and our children's children's sake. Truly, the future is in our hands. And let's start building it now. Thank you very much.